So as you guys know, my trunk doesn't open. Okay, it's in the open position, it's not doing anything. I really don't know what happened. Okay, when I was purchasing this car, right before that I was able to open it, but then I shut it, closed, and it never opened again. So I already tried with my vacuum pump. I already tried to actually connect it to this yellow and red vacuum hose. Pump the vacuum, this came out, but I heard something in the lock area, but nothing happened. And I tried to blow, nothing happened. So that really sucks. And then finally I started. I removed this box, the first aid kit, and then I'm using a really long extension, and then I'm gonna try to loosen that tail light and take it out like this with long extension. And I'm actually lucky, because usually on all these cars you're gonna have like a cover right there, you know, for like your trunk cover, like plastic, and on this one it's missing, it's not there, so I'm kind of lucky. So we'll see how it goes. The hardest bolts, the hardest screws on the taillight are gonna be on the side. I have to use the U-joint, so we'll see how that goes, because I really don't want to break this taillight.
A few moments later.
It's my long extension. I loosened up all the bolts. Seems like some of them were missing, so that's a good thing in this case. That bolt is loose. Let's put this bolt. Looks like they're loose. They're almost out.
It's pretty easy, eh?
Not fucking easy.
No.
This sucks, guys. I'll tell you that. Oh man. All right.
1 hour later.
I think the hardest thing is that I gotta turn these, take that thing off, otherwise that thing is not gonna come out. Man. So I took all the bolts out and screws from the inside. There's 6 of them, and damn, I don't know who, but someone who previously owned this put lots of glue in there. Try to show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I don't know if it's a glue or a TV, something. Right now I'm trying to push this in to remove this taillight, and it's just not going. I feel I'm gonna break this lens. Really sucks. I'm gonna try to be careful and push this in. Damn, so much RTV, not even cleaned up. All right. Okay, so Well, at least the good thing is I was still able to get to those screws on the inside, so I'm gonna try to carefully push this in, and hopefully I can push it in so I can see it kind of moves, but it's just because of that glue. Maybe I need to try to go with a screwdriver here carefully or something. I'll try to go and do that, free up that glue or something, I don't know, because it's just really stuck. So we'll try our best here, guys. Let's see how that goes. Oh, I'm sure this is a plastic tool I used to go around, try, and then start working my way here. Okay, slowly pushing it in carefully. Let's see, it's in now. So I'm gonna finish it up.
One eternity later.
Slowly. Oh boy, look how much silicone RTV is there. That is nuts. Ooh, that's bad. Carefully. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Oh, baby. Okay. That's where I was working out of. To do a bunch of cleanup here and everything. Alright guys, then on the inside you're gonna have to feel there's a cover like this. Okay, you have to pull it off. And then you just have to play, you just gotta know where that switch is. Let's see. Oh, yay! Got this. Finally. You can see pushing, but it's not doing anything at all. Ooh. Oh baby. Oh baby. Yeah, so here it is. Bunch of silicone on this gasket. I'm gonna try to clean it up. Try to get a new gasket for it. That's horrible. Oh no. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Take a bunch of stuff apart here. They need to be cleaned up. I gotta cut this out and weld a new piece on. Clean this all up. Well guys, so that's how I did this job. So I don't know if you will get lucky as I got lucky, because usually there's this plastic piece, but either way you're gonna have to do something about it to get this out. Remember, the taillight comes out and you have to push it in. Alright guys, so I fixed this lock temporarily. You can see it's working now. It's hard to show you right now, I can't really show you the problem is, but even though it was in the unlock position, which is there's a small plastic black part that was actually came off. So right now, as you can see, it came off, so I can't open it. All right, it's right there. Now when I move that plastic piece in, try to show you right there. See this plastic, moving it in, so it's this way now. Now as you can see, it's working, but it seems like I'm gonna have to take it off, do something about it. Yeah. Then here's my poor trunk. Yeah, doesn't look too good, huh? Oh baby, I'm trying to save you, baby, and I'm gonna do what I can, and I will help you out. You're gonna be saved. What's this for? What's this thing? Wash. What? Damn. Alright, so let me take my tools out. Alright guys, really quick, I removed the lock. Here's the lock assembly. And here's the problem. Here's what happened on this car and why I couldn't open it. As you can see, it's in the unlock position, but the linkage from this vacuum actuator wasn't connected to it. So eventually, after opening it so many times, this thing from this position came to this position, and it wasn't able to open this thing anymore. It wasn't able to contact this point right there. So the reason for that and how to fix it is there's this small screw that was missing. Okay, it was actually dropped all the way there because this linkage, vacuum actuator linkage, is supposed to be connected to it. That's what's holding this plastic piece either from lock or unlock position. So I'm gonna take this thing all back together, put this back together, and show you how it's supposed to look like.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, so I had this, covered it up, had this out, but right now, as you can see, it's pretty easy to pop this open. Okay, so I'll show you. Just gotta push this. It just comes off. Alright, so I'm gonna grab that lock and then I'll put it the way it's supposed to go in here, and I'll show you final results and how it's supposed to be here, and I'll explain why when this lock was left in an open position, it still wouldn't unlock the trunk. So this sits like that on here, like a clip. So I took it off. Now I can easily install it here and a small bolt. Oh no, I don't need that much grease. Oh, that's too bad. Is that too much grease? Anyways, this is what we're gonna do. Gonna install it right here on this guy. That's our problem. This vacuum actuator wasn't connected to it. So we're gonna connect it. Luckily the screw was there. Alright. Alright guys, so the screw is connected. Now you can go in there and reinstall it. Also, here's a tip. You're gonna notice, if you've ever replaced these shrunk locks, is that when you try to put it in, it's not gonna go. It's gonna be hitting the bottom right here. So in order for an easy installation, what you have to do is when you install it, you gotta push the cylinder in. and then you're gonna be able to maneuver it inside. Otherwise you won't be able to get it in, because this thing is hitting it. No matter, even if you turn this like that. So just a quick tip, when you install it, just push this in and then you'll be able to get it in there.
A few moments later.
Sitting in there. Now I already connected the vacuum actuator to it, and then these two 8mm screws holding the actuator. Now I got two nuts that I have to put in there. They're going to be holding the lock assembly in place. I guess so. I reinstalled this lock and it's working now, and it will be working, it will not fail anymore. I'll show you why. Alright, let's look at it really quick. So these two screws are reconnected, that's for the vacuum actuator, and then inside there, as you can see, when I try to move it back, it's not gonna, it's basically, this actuator is gonna hold that lock in one spot right now. It's gonna hold that plastic part. It's gonna hold that plastic part right there in one spot, and that way that thing is not gonna go anywhere, because when this vacuum actuator was disconnected, that plastic part just kept going all over the place, and it's just basically, long story short, this vacuum actuator wasn't connected to it, and the lock just, you know, it kept coming off of its spot, and that's why, I mean, at first you could open it, but then like it would stop working because of that plastic part moving. But right now it's all fixed up. This thing is reconnected, and as you can see, I'm gonna keep pushing, and as you can see, I'm gonna be pushing as many times as I want. It's not gonna come off because that screw is holding it in place. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching VITO'S Garage. Make sure you subscribe, and also check out my playlists. I have a lot of videos about these old school cars, and stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more videos coming up, and I'll see you in the next one. Save old school Benzes, and that's best to other needs.